Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhe Mahabharatam Advaita Amritavarshini Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadeshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Charnu Ramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum. This coming Sunday, 9th July, is the Guru Purnima. Purnima means the full moon night. And that particular occasion is dedicated to the Guru. The Guru means who removes the ignorance. He is the Guru. He is very special. And there are different types of Gurus are there. But Sri Krishna is Jagat Guru. Jagat means universe. He is the teacher, the remover of ignorance for anyone of this world. Those who are interested. But those who are interested, how they should be? Like Arjuna. So the first beginning, it begins with Om Parthaya. Not with Krishna, Partha. Because the devotee, the person who wants to be free, he should be a hero. Otherwise, it is very, very difficult to cut the shackles, the bondages of these worldly things. Now, the Bhagavad Gita is teaching us both how to prosper in this worldly life and at the same time how to be free from this worldly life, spiritual freedom. And why this spiritual freedom? That he started telling from the 2nd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And in the 3rd chapter he said how to do it in practice, the practical Vedanta. That is the 3rd chapter. And the 4th chapter that we are studying now is called Jnana Yoga, and sometimes it says renunciation of action. So what is Jnana? What is knowledge? The knowledge is that there are two things. One is permanent, another is temporary. This world that we see, including my body, myself, are all temporary. But within this temporary, there is a permanent thing. As because we can understand it is temporary, that proves there is something permanent. Unless there is something permanent, you can never understand that something is temporary. The movement is understood only when there is something static. So obviously, when static, continuous, permanent, that is Atman, that is God. In different names it has been mentioned, and each and everything is nothing but temporary. The Vedantin will say Brahman, that is permanent. The yogi, those who are meditating, withdrawing their mind, they will say Atman, Paramatma. The devotee will say God, Bhagavan. The same thing. What is that mentioned? Permanent. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna himself said, Kshetra, Kshetrajna. The same permanent thing he is mentioning about the name, terminology, Kshetrajna. One who can understand all temporary things. That is Kshetrajna. In the 4th chapter, we were studying how to do it. Through yoga, he said. And I have taught this yoga from long time. Then the Arjuna said, how that is possible? Because you are of my age. In reply came another wonderful thing, that life is eternal. You can stop like this. In this life I lived, and then that over, again I go and start a new life. No, it is a continuation of the same life. And changing the bodies. So reincarnation theory, and along with the reincarnation comes karma theory. Action and its result. This is the basis of Hinduism. Why should we be moral? Because if we are immoral, we are going to punish ourselves. Nobody will know. But because of our work, the result will be maybe good, maybe bad. We are going to suffer. So that we have already studied from 1 to 20. Right? From 21, I think, right? No, 20. 29. Okay. From 29. If we see the 29, in a very peculiar way, he is mentioning in the 29th sloka, you see, is there? Apane juhati pranam prane apanam tatha pare pranapana gati ruddha pranayama parayana. Here they were talking about the yajna, and we discussed what is yajna. Anything that we do for the good of others is known as yajna. Anything that we do without any result, that we do for the others. Maybe we are distributing food, maybe we are distributing something for the betterment of others, that will be useful for others, but against we are not asking anything. That is yajna karma. And here Bhagavan in the Gita, he is telling some people they are concentrating. We all know most of the people in all over the world, now it has become very popular, pranayama. What is that pranayama? Controlling the breathing. You are now taking in, the breathing in and breathing out. When that two are merged, controlled, that is called again yajna in Bhagavad Gita. And this apane juhati pranam. Apane juhati means this is also the sacrifice and outgoing into the incoming breath. the, the breath that was going out, exhaling, if you can stop that and over that you are mixing again inhaling, what happens? That remains inside and there is no action. That you are doing for the purification of your mind. And that is called yajna again. That outgoing into incoming breath and the incoming into outgoing, stopping the courses of the incoming and outgoing breaths, that constantly practicing the regulation of the vital energy, and that is also called yajna. As if you are offering language in a different flowery language that has been used. Actually, sometimes we take in and then instead of releasing, we hold it. And after that, when you are releasing, again taking in, holding and releasing, pranayama, the controlling of the breathing. We do not know when actually we are breathing. When there is a problem, then only we can understand. Or otherwise, we don't. We do never understand when we are taking in, taking out. But this we are doing consciously and doing it in the shape of a sacrifice, as if I am sacrificing the incoming, inward breathing, inhaling and controlling the exhaling, mixing both and holding it. That is also the sacrifice. Different type of sacrifices have already been mentioned in the previous verse. Drabbo yajna, stapo yajna, yoga yajna, tatapare, swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yataya samsito brataha, etc. In the 28th verse it says, Drabba yajna. What is the Drabba yajna? You are giving food, clothing, books. Just now one lady rang and she was telling, we want to distribute books, very good book, moral book, to the younger people, so that they will read and they will become moral and they will know what to do, etc., etc. Why they are thinking? Because the younger generation, they are not understanding what is good and what is bad, and naturally sometimes they are making mistakes. After that it is very difficult to rectify. So why not guide them right now by giving some books? So she is thinking. That is also yajna. That's called Drabba yajna. Tapo yajna. I am practicing austerity, going on calling on God, meditating, offering puja for the betterment of others. Some people, they are doing it for Vishwa Shanti, they say in our language. What is Vishwa Shanti? Each and every one in this world should be in peaceful, so I am going on practicing. That's also yajna. And sometimes for that we are pouring the oblations in the fire, that is also yajna. And doing some good work without expecting anything, that is also yajna. After that they said, even when you are practicing this breathing control, particularly the yogis, they do it, that is also yajna. And this in the 30th sloka verse, it says, Apare niyatahara pranan praneshu juvati. Let us chant it. Apare niyatahara pranan praneshu juvati. Sarvepete yajna vido yajna shapita kalmasha. Kalmasha, the Sanskrit word kalmasha means sin. And you are completely free from sin. That how it is possible? By practicing yajna. What is yajna? Doing everything for the betterment of others, without thinking about yourself. What is going to happen to me? There was sometimes they tell it through stories, and in the Purana we know one rishi, his name was Dadichi. He was very, very pure. Now there was someone very bad, we call it Ashura, the devil. Now how to kill? All the gods were thinking what to do. Then the Supreme God told, if someone which is very pure gives his own bone, and out of that bone, if you are making that, what's called that Vajra, then only with that you can kill the Ashura. Then they searched and they found Dadichi, most pure. And what is purity and impurity? That's a fundamental question. We all, in every religion, they talk about the pure and impure. Blessed are those who are pure in heart, for they shall see God, Jesus told in the Bible. What is that purity? Now, I am not eating this food, or I am not doing this. No, nothing like that. Purity means unselfishness. It has nothing to do with the food or clothing or the company that you are having. Unselfishness. This rishi, how he was unselfish? Before I go to the story again, just remind you the great god Shiva. He was ready to sacrifice himself for the betterment of each and every one. When they were churning, another story of the Purana, when they were churning the ocean, when good things were coming, all they were distributing among themselves. But when the venom came, poison came, then they were all flying away. No, I cannot kill myself, because if I go, it is a terrible thing. The only person who came forward and took it, drank it, that was Lord Shiva. That's why his whole throat became blue. So that is the reason the Shiva is great god, because sacrifice. Dadichi also, when the gods approached him and he said, we are sorry, it's a very peculiar thing that we are going to ask you. Will you please do the favor? What is that? You are the only person. And so pure. And the god said, if you can give up your body, then we can take the bones, collect the bones from your body, and we will make this type of Vajra, and we can kill that person. Otherwise, it's so difficult, he's so bad type of person and doing so much a problem for the whole world. What to do? Immediately, he said, is it? I'm ready to die for the sake of the others. If my bones can be used for that purpose, let it be. So that is called yajna. And here, they say, apare niyata ahara, they are controlling their food. They eat very little. Why? Pranan praneshu juhati. And again, they are putting their prana, apaneshu, prana, apana, different type of air are there in our body. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, all the panchavayu. So they are also controlling that. Sarve pete yajna vido. Why they are doing this? Because they will control that, and with that power they will do the betterment of the others. Yajna vido, yajna shabita kalmasha. As because they are doing it for the betterment of others, their sins are removed. Their mind is becoming, thoughts are becoming, actions are becoming, because practicing this type of thing for all the work that they are doing, offering to others, by that way they are becoming purified. The mind is becoming pure. And now it says, yajna shishta amrito bhujo yanti brahma sanatanam Nayam lokasta yagyasya kutu anya kuru sattama. Here it mentioned Yagya Shishta Amrito Bhujo. What they are eating, how they are surviving, only by eating as if whatever was left after performing the great yajna. We call it prasada. The sanctified food after offering whatever is left, that is very, very pure. When I am hungry, I go and eat. One of the very great person in our country in India, and he was one of the prime ministers also, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He came to Andaman to inaugurate our building, and he was telling what is culture. And very wonderfully he said, of course in Hindi he said, when you are hungry, you are eating, that is natural. And when you are not hungry, still you are eating forcefully, unnatural. You are hungry, but still you are distributing your food among others, and whatever is left, that you are taking, that is culture. The culture is this, always ready to sacrifice yourself for the betterment of others. And here also it says, when yagya shishta amrito bhujo. This amrita, that is nectar, whatever is left, after distributing everything, if you eat, many of our mothers in our country, even nowadays, though the condition of India, particularly economical condition, is very, very good now, even then some of the families is very difficult to get some food. Mostly mothers, they will be cooking, and then they will be serving. And after serving each and every one, sometimes they find that there is no food. They only drink some water and go to bed without complaining. Yajna. That is called sacrifice, and that makes the body pure. And that is why he is telling there is no other way except the sacrifice. Evam bahuvida yajna bitata brahmano mukhe karmajan vidditan sarvan evam gyatva vimokshase. Vimokshase, moksha. Moksha means freedom. Freedom from what? From bondage. What is the bondage? Desire. And that is why the Hindu, they always say, if you don't have desire, you are completely free. We always talk about freedom. The freedom is not the physical freedom, spiritual freedom. And the spirit, particularly, that is your mind, we call it sukshma sharira, subtle body. Not only mind, other things are also there, but they are very subtle. When this body is dying, that is not dead. Those impressions, those desires, in subtle form, it goes into the ether, air, and there they wait to get another body. Again they will start. And then again, that's why sometimes we all know when a child is growing up, we say he is so good, she is so good. When after 16 years, 18 years, completely different. Why? Because the moment they grow, then all their original character start actioning, functioning. So the character means not only whatever they have done in this life, very good school perhaps, they have got the education, very good company they were in this life. Even then we see some wretched life. Why? Who forced them? Past life. So that is the reason, not only this life, the previous life also, whatever we have done, we have to carry that on. And whatever we are doing now, that will be again in our bag, it will go and we have to carry. We cannot say, okay, I am giving it up. Today when I was coming from Dallas, they didn't bring my bag. So we have lost a complaint and nothing much is there. Even if they can't give, maybe they will give me some money. That is good. I can purchase a new bag. But this is not the way you can go. Just go to God and say, the last bag I have lost in your flight, so I am not going to take the responsibility. Whatever the karma phala, that is up to you. That won't go. That will come with you. It's like your purse. You are not leaving that. You are carrying that. That they say, Evam bahuvida yajna. In different ways, many different ways. Bahuvida, many different ways. Yajna. How to purify yourself are there. Who is telling Veda? The Veda, the book of knowledge, they are suggesting different type of work, different type of actions by which you can make yourself purified, and by that you will get the knowledge. What is that knowledge? I am different from this body. I am the soul. I am pure. I have nothing to do with this world. Name, fame, prosperity, all these things are nothing. Now they are giving here, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he is giving a category. He is mentioning in 33rd sloka, Sriyan Drabbamayad Yagyat Jnana Yagya Param Tapa Sarvam Karma Kilam Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. Now, all these things that we do are called Drabbamayad. Some people are giving land, property. I went to that Yolo Stones, the park, that huge park. You know who gave that land? Huge land, unthinkable. And one very rich man, and he was based in Chicago. That is our, what is that name, Arup? That church is there, Sumit? Rockefeller. I'm sorry. I forgot that great name. Rockefeller. He went on purchasing that land. There are many ranches were there. He told you continue your ranches. 99 years lease. But after that you have to give it to me. At a company he opened. He purchased that plot of land. He liked that very much. He never wanted that it should be used in other purposes. We gave it to afterwards to the government, US government, and only one condition you have to maintain as a national park. So it is a huge national park, Drabbamayad Yajna. He purchased the land, and then he gave it, offered it for the betterment of others, so the people will go, they will live in that wilderness, they will love the nature. So that way, that is also yajna. But the people, they donate money, people they give these, that, so many. Even the houses they build, they live, and then afterwards they donate the house also. And there's many appeals are coming, donate your car, donate your house, donate your these and that. It's going on, appeals. All Drabbamayad Yajna, that's good. If you can give it without, there is not a single name. Only the guide, the young boy who was taking us there, they inform. No name of the Rockefeller over there. Nothing. The Drabbamaya Yajna. Then you know, Rockefeller was inspired by Swami Vivekananda. So this is the wonderful way, and Sriyan Drabbamaya Yajna. It is good. Then these, what? Jnana Yajna Param Tapa. If you can give the knowledge, that is much, much better. When this young Rockefeller came and met Swami Vivekananda, and he said to this young man, you are now very rich, why don't you give some of your money for the betterment of the poor? And he told, why? With my own the intellect and my energy, I have spent so much of energy. I have earned this money. I am going on earning money. Why should I have to give to the poor? Vivekananda told him that by giving away this thing, you cannot take it back with you. So by giving away, you are making yourself purified, and then you will be in the next life, you will be much better, much better, much better. If you read, many of you have read, the life of Bhagavan Buddha, he was born in different situation, and he remembered those things, and he was narrating. That is called Jataka stories, again and again taking birth. So this way, but Jnana Yajna, Vivekananda gave that Jnana to this rich man, and because of that, many, many people are helped. This our Chicago University, that was also helped by them. And not only that, the founder of the Lions Club is a rich man's club, but they do a lot of social work. And I think he was also, there is no direct evidence, references are there, but I think he was also over here, and the great thing was going on at the Chicago Parliament of Religion and the Columbian Exposition. Maybe those people also came, they heard him, and he got inspiration. And he called all the rich people to form a club. Only idea is to help others. Yajna. Vivekananda gave the inspiration through Jnana, and they did through Drabya. So Sriyan Drabyamaya Yajna Jnana Yajna Param Tapa. He is telling to the Arjuna, because he is so powerful. See, Jnana Yajna. So the spiritual guru is respected so much. The father and the mother is considered as the first guru, because they are holding our finger and taking us, and we are learning so many things. Then the school teachers and the college teachers. And then come the spiritual guru. The spiritual guru teaches us how to be free from these worldly bondages. So, Sriyan Drabbamaya Yajna Jnana Yajna Param Tapa. The knowledge that the person is giving, the spiritual science that is taught to you, that is most good, better than many other things. Sarva karma khila partha jnane parisamapyate. All the karma that we do, work that we do, that all merges in the knowledge. Now, how to get that knowledge? Now, here in 2 sloka, how a student should behave. He is telling over here in the 34th sloka of the 4th chapter, Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattadarshinaha. And what type of jnana? In the next sloka, 35th sloka, it says, Yajgyatva na punarmoha evam yasyasi pandava ena bhutanyasheshena drakshasyatmannato mai. Now, that type of jnana, that the knowledge, what? Yajgatva, after knowing what? Punaryanma, again you are not born. That is the ultimate. I was reading a book from the different point of view, Indian philosophy, the different point of view, what is mukti? Every philosophy, every religion has a goal. What is that goal? The majority of the religion, they say, the goal is to reach to the heaven. So for that only we go to the temple, we go to the church or synagogue, and we do many other good things, social services. Why? After the death I will go to heaven. Can heaven be permanent? No. Why? Because I am achieving that through work. Anything that I get after achieving some work, that has some end. Now here, this time, from the day one I was observing how the competition was going on for one seat. That is the seat of the President of America. So many people came in the fray and they were going on expressing their views. Then slowly, they all left, only two, and then one, he got that. But only for 4 years, according to the system. And again he have to come back, again he will try, etc. So anything that I achieve through karma, through work, through effort, temporary, anything. And as because I am reaching to the heaven by this effort, I am doing good work, I am thinking good thoughts, I am helping people, and by doing that, my goal, my dream, my concentration on to reach over there, the beautiful place. But temporary. After some time, all your good deeds are all gone. Then the manager will come and say, whatever you have deposited is over. We cannot give you anything credit because you have nothing in the bank. Your credit card now useless, you have to go back. Again we are coming back, right from the heaven coming back. Nakasya pristhite sukrite anubhutve imam lokam hinataram bhavishanti. In the Kathopanishad it says, Nakasya means heaven. Sukrite anubhute, whatever good deeds that you have acquired, the result of that good deed, enjoying that, when that is over, you are coming back to this level, means human level, or maybe beneath, maybe animal or different type of birth you may get. And here they say, if you can get the knowledge, pure knowledge from the teacher, and that knowledge of to become unselfish, naturally you are not hankering for any particular place which is heaven. Why we are thinking about heaven? Because it's a good place. There are many of the scriptures, they say heaven means there is no hunger, there is no thirst. When there is no hunger, when there is no thirst, what remains? Only joy. Now the vacation period is over. 4th July, that is over. Now again people have to go to the offices. Why? To earn. And why they are earning? Because to maintain the livelihood. Again there will be a long weekend, a vacation will come, they will be happy, they will go along with the family, again that will be over. So it goes on and on and on. So the mukti is completely different. I don't want all this. I want completely freedom. What is that freedom? Pure joy without expecting or depending on anything external. That is called atmic joy. Very difficult to get. And here it says that tad viddhi pranipatina, in the traditional way, when a student is approaching a spiritual guru, and that system was implemented in our country, nowadays we call it modern society, we never expect that the student will come and touch the feet of the guru, maybe in the villages, but in the cities it is not. And the education is becoming a business. In those days, education was completely free. The rich people, the king or the jamindars, the landlords, they used to maintain the school. They used to pay the salaries to the teachers. The obviously students were never charged in that way. They used to come and touch the feet of the guru, and gurus to give all the best thing to him. So this way, tad viddhi, tad means that. What is that? Knowledge. Viddhi, viddhi means known. So you can get the knowledge, you can know the knowledge. How? Pranipatina, humble. If you say, I know, but let me ask you one question. Or, I will go and check up your, nowadays in the computer everything is there. They go and check up the back history of the teacher, how successful he is, and then only they will go and attend his class. That way, if they do, there is no respect for the teacher. Only going and getting it. When you go to the shops, we don't have any respect for the shopkeeper, because we pay and we get. And shopkeepers is rather all the time eager that the purchaser, they should come. So it has become just like a business. But traditional spiritual knowledge, you have to have this quality. First, humbleness. Tad viddhi pranipatina. Those who have read the biography of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, you know he first met one person. He was a very, very famous in those days, Girish Chandra Ghosh. He was a dramatist. He was very popular dramatist. So when he met Sri Ramakrishna, he never cared to bow down to him. Then Sri Ramakrishna started teaching him. He first folded his hand and bowed his head. He thought he is also a respected person, a spiritual man. Okay, he also did like that. Then again, he bent more and then offered pranam. And then he touched the floor with his forehead to offer pranam, Sri Ramakrishna, to Girish Ghosh. And compelled Girish Ghosh also to follow that, to reciprocate naturally. Tad viddhi pranipatina. If you have to have the knowledge, you have to be humble. Not only that, you must be intelligent enough to understand. So, pariprasnena. Unless you are asking question, you go and you sit and you listen and you forget. It's of no use. You have to ask question. And when you are asking question, that means you are active. Your mind is active. You are studying and you are asking question. One young boy and a young girl, they went all the way to India only to understand the Hinduism, and somehow they met me over there. As because I was practicing austerity in the Himalaya, the Swami in charge, he told, see, I can't understand English that way, particularly American English is so difficult. I was like that. So you better talk to them. Then I told, see, I am like to be alone, but anyway, since they have come from such a... So afternoon, when I used to go walk, I used to take them, used to talk. I found that they are studying Swami Vivekananda's book, Complete Works. And every page they are asking question, why this, why that, In every page there is doubts are there. And a notebook they are carrying. When I am talking, walking, they are also walking by my side, but noting down. Next day again they are asking, yesterday you told like this and this. A few pages after, Swami Vivekananda is telling like this, how tadvitti pranipatina pariprasnena. You have to ask the question and then sevaya. You have to give some physical seva also to satisfy. How? Maybe sweeping or cleaning, some help. By that way, you are making your guru happy. Upadekshanti te jnanam. Then only you will get that knowledge. Jnanina tattadarshinaha. And who can give you the knowledge? Who has already realized it. Otherwise not. This is a point which is very, very difficult. How to know that one has already realized? Apparently each and every one, by seeing them you feel, oh, they are great people. How you will know that he is a tattva jnani, he is a knower of the knowledge? Two things Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning. One, he will have no pride, humble, very simple. Second, no desire. Whether you go to him or not, whether you give him or not, whether you are talking good or bad about him or not, he never cares. Because he has nothing to get from this world. That is the true jnani. So tattadarshinaha tadviddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattadarshinaha. Then yad jnatva na punarmoha evam yasyasi pandava. O Pandava, na punarmoha. Moha means delusion. When you go and when you see, you feel deluded. So that delusion should not be there. When you are completely free from that, then you are free. After that knowledge, there should not be any delusion. And say, Api ched asipapebhya sarvebhya papakrittamaha sarvajnana plavinaiva brijinam santarishyasi. And the 36 is that says, Api ched asi papebhya sarvebhya papakrittamaha. Even if thou be the most sinful among all the sinful. Each sinner has a future. That is the special thing in Hinduism. Every saint had a past. Every sinner has a future. I have done something mistake. So there is no sin, papa, as we call, mistakes that we have done. Even the children, when they do the mistake, they go to the parents and say, Papa, I am sorry. I will try not to do that. I am not promising that I won't do that. I may again do. But he is keeping a gap. I am promising I will try not to do that again. But maybe by mistake again, I may repeat that. Don't be angry with me. And of course, the father is telling, please try. This is not good for you, etc., etc. Similarly, the Divine Father, the God, is also giving us the opportunity. If you do the mistake, the mohagrasta, if you are attached to this, all this thing, it is like very peculiar. The king and the kingdom. Now the prince has come, the king's son has come, then the king is telling, Whom do you want? Me or the kingdom? Whatever you want, you can get. If he chooses the kingdom, what happens? There are other children, there are other enemies, you have to fight and all that. But if you have the king, then you get everything, because king is the owner of that huge property. The king will say, this is my son. From today, he is going to be the king. He can declare. So if you choose the God, you are completely free. If you choose the world, the kingdom of God, then you have to suffer. There will be a different type of thing. Just like that, if you are committing some mistake by thinking that this world is good for me and I should get this, I should get that, even then you can be free. And that is the reason we find so many different histories. The one person who is to kill the people and to cut the finger to keep the accounts, how many people he have killed? Angulimala. And he is to keep those fingers in a garland. A terrible person. He approached Lord Buddha. He is a man of peace. And naturally, Buddha taught him, why you are doing like this? Follow me. You will get the peace and you can give peace to others too. That Angulimal afterwards became a great sage. And we know another person also in that Ramayana, the person who wrote the Ramayana, Valmiki. He was Ratnakara, the same type of character. So every sinner has a future. That here it says, Opi ched opi papibhya sarvebhya papakrittamaha. Girish Chandra Ghosh, in the very modern time, he did lot of bad things. Even he didn't hesitate to sell a girl, told her, why don't you go and sell yourself? You are already like that. But a rich man told, if you go and marry him, a lot of money he will give us, and we can build our own theatre. And you love theatre, for the you sacrifice yourself. Can you imagine? I cannot appreciate that. That was a sin. Even then, when he understood, when he was crying, praying to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he was pardoned. Slowly, slowly he started doing good work. He is helping others. And by that way, all his sin was appeased. Yathai dhamsi samid agni bhashmashat kurute arjuna jnanagni sarvakarmani bhashmashat kurute tatha. Now it's giving an simile, an example, not where you are committing sin, in the mind only. First your thought, you are thinking to kill someone, cheat someone, do harm someone, like that all thoughts are there. Now when those thoughts are changed, what happened? Same mind, only you are thinking in a bad way, selfish way, you are a sinner. The same mind, when it started thinking positively, when it is going and helping others, it is a purified mind. So that is the reason it says, as if all the bad things which are there is burnt. The jnana, the knowledge is just like the fire. It can burn down all those things. What is that knowledge? God is only thing, one and powerful. That is purity. The moment you are thinking in that way, in a positive way, then all your mind is pure, purified. And as if The fire is burning all the reduces at the blazing fire, wood into ashes. Similarly, all your bad deeds, all your sins will be burned into the knowledge. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. And this is, they say, whatever the purity when you are talking about, the best purity is the knowledge. I am pure. I am God. I can never do anything wrong. And all the time I am praying for the betterment of others. That is the best purity. Sometimes we go and sprinkle the pure water like Ganga water, then Jam or the Muslims, they have the Jam water, that is pure water, the Jordan's water for the Christians. But that is water only. We think that is purity, so we think pure. But what is real purity? It is in the mind. So when you think that you are pure in the mind, when there is no selfishness, you are pure yourself. And nothing like that. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddhya kale natmani bindati. In this world there can be nothing comparing to this purifying like knowledge. What is that knowledge? There is only one God, or the Brahman, or the Atman, which is purified. And I am that. I and my Father in heaven are one. The moment Jesus could say that, he is a purified person. The last, when he was hanging in the cross, his mother approached secretly and he was crying, she was crying. Jesus didn't call her as mother. Rather he said, woman, you are blessed because you could get me as your son. I couldn't quote the exact words, but he said like that. When the mother is dying, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's mother, Chandramani Devi, the Sri Ramakrishna went and he told to that mother, who are you who could get me as your son? So that is the relation, means I am the pure. That purity is so much, there can never be anything else. And then finally, the last sloka that we will read today, 39th sloka, is this. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatpara samyatendriya jnanam labdva param shanti achirenadhigacchati. And though it talks about the spiritual knowledge, again it says in this way that Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. You have to have faith. Shraddha means faith. The faith in the words of the scripture and the faith in yourself and faith in the words of your master, Guru. The Guru said again and again, the people, they come and say, what next, what I will do? One lady I met in the Portland, this time I went over there to give the retreat. I can do the repetition of the mantra many times, long time. All the time I am doing, in fact. What next? I told, that will teach you what next. You need not to ask. But anyway, when you are asking as for your satisfaction, you start now imagining that you are worshipping God. Imagine in that way, washing the feet of God, cooking for the God, feeding God, garlanding God. That way, Manas Puja, that will give you satisfaction. But do not give up that mantra. Go on repeating, repeating, repeating. That will save you. Because there is no other thought. Except that, when you are sleeping, that is coming. When you get up from the sleep, that thought is going on. When you are working, when you are sitting in the flight or driving, constantly, that mantra should go on and on. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. By that way only all the great spiritual personalities, they got knowledge. By that way only and nothing else. And tatpara, you have to be always attentive where the mind is going. Oh, I started doing the japa, my fingers stop over here, my mind is going somewhere else. Many of the time the people, they say, why to count? I can better to think. No. Counting means one part of your mind is conscious, I am doing japa. That is necessary. So all these was developed after long practices, and we can say that examining that by this way only it is possible for any ordinary person to realize God. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatpara, that means very active also, samayatendriya, and controlling the mind. Jnanam labdha, what happens after knowledge? Param shanti achirena gacchati. Now we can explain it in our next class, and there are 2 slokas are left. In our next class we will discuss a little about this, and then we will go to the 5th chapter. So it is okay then. Now let us offer our pranam. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramaruta Stunnanti Divyaistabai Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidu Sura Asuragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. We are talking about the knowledge by which we can know, but how far we know? Here in the sloka it says, unfathomable. You only know a part of it. No one can ever claim that he has known God in totality. It is impossible. The moment one can know God in totality, from A to Z, that very moment it becomes limited. That can never be. One never can say that I have known God completely, or I have known Brahman completely. So it says, Yasya antam na bidu, whose end is not known to Sura Asuragana. Sura means the God, and Asura the others. Even the God and those who are not God, none of them could understand the completely. But we can know God, maybe a part of it, that is sufficient for us. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Peace, peace, peace unto all.